Jesse for his persuasive speech. Leslie, give him a round of applause. It's a tough situation here. All right, Monsieur Jesse, whenever you're ready, you can begin.
All the students in this classroom today are juniors and seniors in high school, and many of you may be considering going to a university after you graduate high school. I believe that you should attend a Christian university. Attending a Christian university could be beneficial for your spiritual life, social health, and general education. Attending a Christian university may surround you with opportunities that could possibly promote your spiritual life. For example, Concordia University, Nebraska's website states that they offer daily chapel services, evening prayers twice weekly, and other special events throughout the year. Other universities may offer specific help with specific people and support groups that may help you with your spiritual life. For example, Pepperdine University's website states, and I quote, "The university's Office of the Chaplain welcomes members of the Pepperdine community whenever talk, prayer, or one-on-one guidance, spiritual guidance is needed." While not everyone is extremely concerned with their spiritual life, some people may be concerned about their mental and social health. The religious opportunities that may be offered by Christian universities can also affect your social health, your mental health, my bad. Please turn over your handouts. If you look at the bottom graph, you'll see that some studies, specifically the study that I used was Religious Service Attendance, Marriage and Health by Tyler Vanderveel, conducted at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, which is a prestigious university and school, shows that attending religious services regularly is linked to a decrease in depression. The published study says, and I quote, "Additional research finds that religious service attendance is associated with greater levels of meaning in life and greater levels of happiness. Thus, opportunities are offered by Christian universities could possibly aid your mental health." Vanderveel's study also shows that an increase in going to religious services and attendance there can show a decrease in divorce and other relationship problems. Vanderveel says, and I quote, "These things are generally associated with greater marital satisfaction and a lower likelihood of divorce, so religious service attendance, by improving other aspects of life, may also indirectly support marriage. Opportunities offered by Christian universities, again, can aid you in your relationships with your significant other, now or in the future." While Christian universities help your social and mental health, they also provide a place that you could possibly relate to. Some students and alumni of Christian universities see the universities and schools as welcoming. Caitlin Rankin, a student at Concordia University, Nebraska, a Christian university, said that even though she is fairly new to the school, she quickly made new friends and it was a welcoming environment for her. For example, she talked about how the staff at the school, some of the staff members have students over for lunch once a week to just get to know them and to create a better relationship. Craig Mueller, an alumnus of Concordia University Chicago, stated that he believed that the atmosphere there was more of a supportive peer group rather than peer pressure. While the atmosphere of the school may be considered important by some, the general education of the school may be important to others. There is a possible relationship that can be formed better at Christian universities with your teachers, which may aid in your learning. For example, during my research, for example, I took an average of 10 different public universities of their student-to-teacher ratios to look at how the class sizes were, and I got an average of 17 students per teacher, while during my research I saw that it was 14 students per teacher at a Christian university. And a fewer student-to-teacher ratio may aid you in your learning, as you might be able to create a better relationship with your professor. Craig Mueller, the alumnus of Concordia University Chicago, also said that he believed that the teachers at Christian universities go above and beyond the call of duty to help their students out. While Christian universities may help your mental and social health, provide a welcoming atmosphere, and aid your learning with closer teacher-student relationships, there is at least one downside. Christian universities may be considered to be too expensive by some students. I looked at statistics from the National Center for Education Statistics, which is a subsidiary of the U.S. Department for Education, and their statistics showed that they had higher prices typically for tuition, room, and board for Christian universities and private universities compared to public universities. If you want to look at your handout again, in the highlighted section, you'll see that for the 2013-2014 year, the average price for a private institution was $35,987 for room, board, and tuition, while the other highlighted part shows $15,640 for a public institution. So while the cost to attend a Christian university may be higher, the benefits may be worth the price to you. To attend a Christian university and to possibly gain these benefits, you should begin to research and apply to Christian universities. For example, you can look at websites such as cune.edu for the website of Concordia, Nebraska, which is one of my sources, and Pepperdine University at pepperdine.edu to learn more about the benefits and the activities and opportunities available at these schools. The best way to possibly have these benefits that may help you with your social, mental health, general education, and being comfortable is to start looking now. You should attend a Christian university because attending a Christian university may benefit your social and mental health, provide a welcoming atmosphere, and aid your general education. A Christian university may change your life.
Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause. Okay, now I was going to say, before you go anywhere, you might want to hold on to them. Before you go anywhere, let's have you go ahead and stay up front, and we'll have our students pose you some possible questions about your topic. When you're ready, just you go ahead and call upon the students you'd like to discuss.
When you say like aid your mental health, is that good or bad?
It's good for your mental health because the studies show that there's like a decrease in depression. Like there's a link between attending religious services and events regularly, and that's linked to a decrease in depression and mental instability. Matthew?
Why would you think that private nonprofit institutions cost more than public institutions?
Simply because public institutions, I'm not entirely sure based upon my research, but I believe that public institutions typically get government funding from the state, and that's why they're public. So the state has influence as far as financial and what is the curriculum. But I'm not entirely 100% sure. Nathan?
Is money the only downside to Christian universities?
That's the only thing that I focus on really as far as like showing that there are downsides, but personally I believe that some people might see it as you're being sheltered, but like I haven't seen actual research about that, but like in my opinion, some people might see it as being sheltered from the real world because like especially for people who've gone to school here, you like went through a Lutheran high school and then you're going to like a Christian university, and so people might think like, oh, you're not getting exposed. But obviously it's up to the person whether you feel comfortable going to a Christian university or public university and being exposed to different parts of the world culture. So. Mrs. Frank.
Did you say the student to teacher ratio in private institutions was 14-1 and then in public 17-1?
Yeah.
Do you believe that's a big enough difference that it would be a,
I feel that it seems small, but when you think about it, personally I believe that, as there's so many kids like at any school, we only have 200, but universities are obviously going to be bigger, that a few people might make the difference because, a person is a person, so they have different needs and different requirements for like creating the relationship. So a difference in 3 relationships might make the difference between a professor being able to take the time and help you and not, so.
Thank you. Anyone else have any other questions for Jesse? All right, then let's give him a round of applause. Thank you very much, Jesse.